Sorry. Guess what I'm doing? A book review. Everyone's been asking for it. Stop asking me in the comments down below. I'm joking. No one's. Anyways, I'm doing a book review of Sarah Dessen's The Moon and More. If you don't know me, then you don't know me, and if you know me, then you know that I love Sarah Dessen. She is fantabulous, fantastic, outstanding, phenomenal. She's wonderful. She's good. That's it. That's all I can say. Period. I've been loving her since I was like my freshman year of high school. She writes such cute YA fiction books that make you all giddy and adorable, and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm her. I'm this main character. Yeah, she's just great. I think she brings a certain thing to young adult fiction books that is just kind of not whimsical, but just real, authentic, and yeah, just good. So, and kind of cheesy, but not cheesy at all. Like, this book was like different from the spectrum, but still the same type of characters that she usually writes about. So this is my 7th book. I've been trying to kind of read. My goal for the rest of my life is just to read all of her books, just so I can say, yeah, I read all of that girl's books, and I can tell my kids, yeah, you can read them too, and I have them. So this is my 7th book that I've read by Sarah Dessen, and I think it is not my top favorite, but definitely top 3. Yeah, top 3. So it follows this girl named Emmeline. By the way, this is going to be spoilers. Spoilers to the max. Spoil Earth. So yeah, it follows this girl named Emmeline, and yeah, so she lives on this cute little beach town. It's a small beach town. Her parents own a beach house rental company in this small beach town. Everyone knows everyone. She grew up with everyone. They all went to the same class, same school, same homeroom. Everyone knows everyone. It doesn't really follow like a specific relationship. It follows multiple relationships with this girl, and it's really focusing on the summer right after she graduates high school and before she goes into college. And so new relationship starts, old relationships end. You know, she's kind of discovering who she is and who she wants to be, and there's a lot of clashing with herself, deciding whether she wants to be a person that just follows the path that other people have set for her, or a path that she wants to design for herself. Her kind of spreading out from that comfort zone of being in a small town, and new people kind of plant things in her head where it's like, no, I'm supposed to be going to bigger places. Like, she got accepted to Columbia, and that was a school that was high up on her list, but she couldn't go due to her father, which is her biological father. He doesn't really show up into the picture until her sophomore year in high school. He was never a part of her life, and he is a certain type of guy that I honestly did not like in the book, but loved how realistic this person is, because we all know this guy. He is a guy that is all about his power, and his worth is defined in intellect and in what else? In his job and his stature, his status in life. And I thought he's just a jerky guy. And he doesn't even show up into her life until he like emails her and says, hey, you know, in her sophomore year. But the only thing they ever talked about was, you know, her studies, was her colleges, and he promised that he would pay for her college, whatever she does, if she, you know, passes all her classes. And she did that. She's a very, very smart girl. But very last minute, her last semester of high school, after she got accepted to Columbia and a lot of other high schools, he said, I can no longer pay for it. And so she had to choose a school that was more closer to her living, where she got a full ride, which is literally like 2 hours away from her small town. So their relationship is very, very rocky. He lacks in humility and honesty, and he kind of comes back into the picture and literally stays the summer in the small town with her stepbrother and, well, his son, Benji, which is the cutest little thingy ever. He's so cute. If you've seen the last song or read the book, it's like that relationship where it's like, in the last song, the sister and the brother, they're just kind of like just super cute. Benji is just enamored by Emmeline, which is the main character. He loves her. He loves the small town. He hates his relationship with his father, because he's recently going through a divorce. That's why he couldn't pay for Columbia for Emmeline, is because he was going through a divorce with her stepmother. And it's just a rocky situation because he just shows up randomly. He doesn't apologize for not showing up to her graduation. He never apologizes for the whole college thing. And I just get so mad when I read, like, I love books like that where I'm like, I'm mad. How are you not mad? She's just sad, and she doesn't speak up for herself until obviously the end of the book because it's all juicy or whatever. But I don't know, this book kind of got me on the edge of my feet because I'm like, oh, I'm feeling all these things for this girl. I got a background story for that. And it's not even just about that. That's a part of the book. And then there's these two guys. There's one that she's been best friends with ever since they were kids. Small town family, cute little thing. They've been together for 3 years. His name is Luke. Luke is cute. Everyone knows Luke is cute. And they end things off. And that happens literally like right here in the book. And I'm like, what? Why would you end things off before this thing? Here we go. Why would you end things off, Emmeline? He's cute. But the reason is she's just kind of looking for something different, and he was just comfortable. He was very comfortable. And she was like, I don't want to be comfortable. I kind of want to stretch out myself. And then this other guy comes to the picture, and he's this New York kid. He's filming a documentary with this really mean, crazy lady, and they're filming a documentary about this artist, this small town artist, and they're trying to find him, and she follows, or them together kind of go on adventures trying to find him. And it's just really interesting because on one hand, this new boy, this flashy bougie boy represents a side of her that is like new, adventurous. They're both smart. They're both but he's just so flashy, and he reminds her a lot of her dad at the end of it. And then Luke kind of reminds her of her comfort zone, and, you know, it's just kind of interesting. It's just two very contrasted men in her life, and she ends up just choosing herself and realizing these are two things that can be mixed and doesn't have to be so and not even mixed. If there's certain characteristics from both of them that are just like you just do not want, and she's just like, I don't want that. I want better for myself, girl. And it's just so good how she blends these two sides of her, where it's like I don't know anyone anything, and it's really, really good. And yeah, let me talk about my notes, girls. Let me just real quick look at my notes before I get off task. So the characters were very interesting. The friends of the main character are just relatable as heck. The small town people are so relatable, like so funny. There's a Karen, there's a Susan, there's a Jenny, there's a Paul, there's a Theo. You know, there's just interesting characters that I found were like so cool. That she kind of represented this kind of small town feel. Like I felt protective of the small town. So when outsiders came into the book and you're like, how are you gonna talk about, that's what you're not gonna do, but it was just very interesting. And overall, I would give this book a 4 out of 5. It was interesting, it was relatable, it's exactly what you come for a Sarah Dessen book for. But I would say it was very slow. And the reason why it's rated down a little bit lower is just because, you know, yeah, it was just slow. Certain things I feel like were rushed at the very end, which I feel like she could have done in the very beginning. Or not in the very beginning, even the middle, you know, and kind of dive deeper into her life after the summer. But that's it. I liked it. It was good. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you at the next book haul. Actually, comment down below or text me, since I know who my audience is. Comment down below or text me what books I should read next. Should I read another Sarah Dessen book, kind of pursue my endeavors with all Sarah Dessen, or try something different. I have a bunch of other books. I have The Assistants, I have that one London book, I have a couple of Jesus books, and I have another book that's a hashtag, it's called #girlboss. It's written by the owner of Nasty Gal, and it's kind of interesting. I got it for Christmas a while back, and I'm interested in reading it. So tell me if you think I should read that one or continue on with Sarah Dessen or any other book. You can, you know, tell me any other books. So thanks for watching. I'll see you later. Oh yeah. Fist bump Alyssa. Fist bump Chrissy. Fist bump Adobe. And see you next time on Thrive and Drive.